About a month ago, Sony unveiled the 30th anniversary PS5 and PS5 Pro. Since I haven't made the jump to the next console generation just yet, I was really hoping to get this one. I mean, come on, who wouldn't want this? It's a nostalgia dart to the face. It even had the PS5 Pro naysayers frothing at the mouth. But why, Sony? Why the limited number of units? I mean, I get wanting it to be special, but it's already special. It's the 30th anniversary edition. Come on. So they announced this in advance so people could take pre-orders. But unfortunately, I live in the Philippines. And in the eyes of PlayStation, we don't really exist, along with 100 other countries. So living in a country that PSN doesn't even recognize, and having a PSN account that technically breaks TNC by having it linked to a different country, and having to compete with thousands of people who want this, even the scalpers out there, made the chances for getting this practically zero. I kinda had to give up quick and accept that I wasn't getting one for real. And probably a week after, I still couldn't shake the nostalgia off. So I thought maybe I should do something about it. And that's when the whole idea about the Steam Deck came into play. I've had my Steam Deck for over a year now, and it's definitely one of the best purchases I've made so far. It brought me back to PC gaming, and it even made me want to play my backlog again. And now that I had a general idea of what I wanted to do, I just had to find the right parts. eXtremeRate was one of the first companies to release replacement shells for the Steam Deck, so they were definitely a good bet. And I think they have a lot of choices regarding the colors. I was lucky that they had a gray color available, though it's not the same kind of gray that you'd find on the PlayStation 1. It's definitely close. For the buttons, I already had someone in mind. I found them on Etsy. That would be Sakura Retro Modding. I've actually been looking at their work for a while now for my handheld emulators. And so far they've gotten really good reviews. So I don't see any problems there. After buying the parts, I just had to wait around 2 weeks. I got the eXtremeRate shell swap first, so that's what I started with. Aside from the shell swap and the button replacements, I decided to switch out the thumbsticks as well. I decided to go with the Gulikit Hall effect sensor thumbsticks. I didn't document the whole shell swap process since I didn't really have any plans on making a video or posting it online or anything like that. I also didn't see the need since there are a lot of awesome videos and tutorials out there. I'll link the video that I followed down below. So this isn't a guide. I just want to share the issues that I had. Primarily, just be careful with the clips. They're sturdy, but they're still prone to breaking. So be gentle when you pry them open with the prying tool. Taking apart the Steam Deck was definitely easier than putting it back together. So when you do take the parts out, be sure to be methodical. That's where I actually had a hard time. I, I had all the screws in one pile. So that was terrible. I had to make sure that I was using the right screws. So far, no problem. So yeah, I guess I did an okay job. Prying the screen away from the Steam Deck was definitely nerve-wracking at the very least. It wasn't difficult. You just had to take your time with the heat gun. Definitely get a heat gun if you can. But yeah, a hairdryer will definitely do the job. And please do not use the metal pick or the metal prying tool that comes with the eXtremeRate kit. It's definitely sturdy, but it might scratch the black paint along the edges of the screen. Another thing I wanted to fix during this mod was the pinging sound. It's that comes from the spring, from the bumpers. I'm not sure if you guys have that as well. I definitely had it. It's pretty irritating. So I just took it apart and lubed the contact points of the spring with the plastic where it's attached to, if that makes sense. I got that trick from modding my keyboards, so it definitely helped. The most frustrating part of this whole mod was replacing the touchpads. Oh my god, the touchpads. I felt like I was gonna break either the board or the plastic of the touchpad itself. The adhesive they use, oh my god. I used the heat gun for so long. I was scared that I would either damage the motherboard itself or melt the plastic. So it's definitely nerve-wracking, and it was the worst part of the whole mod, definitely. I almost gave up on replacing the touchpads altogether. But the thought of not doing the whole thing as it was intended, like the whole shell swap, was a bit more unacceptable to me, I guess. So yeah, definitely the worst part of this mod, but once you get through it, it's definitely worth it. When putting back the Steam Deck together, make sure that you plug in the screen properly to the motherboard. That's what I actually had a problem with that. I had to reopen it again since it wasn't properly connected. So it's definitely a hassle, so save yourself the trouble and just triple, quadruple check every time. I posted the all gray shell swap on Reddit. I'll leave a link down below. It's actually pretty nice. I'm not sure if I had a video of it, but I posted some pictures over there. So feel free to check them out. And once the buttons arrived, I had to replace those next. Well, without further ado, here's my 30th anniversary PlayStation Steam Deck. I think I did a pretty good job overall since this is my first time doing such a big mod like this. I also didn't want to switch out all the buttons with the black ones. I think it strikes a good balance between having enough contrasty buttons. This mod isn't 100% complete though. If you guys noticed, I'm still missing the PlayStation logo. I'm working on something right now. Update you guys once I figure that out. And disclaimer guys, I bought everything with my own money. It wasn't sponsored or anything. But then I did reach out to eXtremeRate after I did the mod. And they were awesome enough to give me a discount code that I could share with you guys when you make purchases in their official website. I'll leave the link down below. If you have a vision, the patience, and a little bit of courage, any Steam Deck can be a special edition Steam Deck. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, maybe consider liking the video, leaving a comment, or maybe even subscribing. I plan on making more content and have a few projects lined up. And I really hope you guys will stick around. Thanks again. Bye.